Good evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for Tuesday, July 1st. Excuse me, there's a dog fight going on outside my window. But besides any of that, I have to welcome myself back. I have been away for almost a month. Had a hellacious allergy season, which robbed me of my voice a couple of times, or I was hacking and coughing continuously and just could not do any readings. These are live readings in that I do them, live per day, and if I can't speak, I can't do readings, unfortunately. But I've been working. There's been all kinds of crazy things going on. House in Netherworld, including putting the witch weather vane on the roof. There's pictures all over my Instagram and other assorted Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. You can joenetherworld.com. You can find all these things. But I'm here again, and I'm here to do your daily tarot card readings and add some more magical insight into our days and nights. We're heading into a very interesting time. Right, it's July 1st, of course, so it's the summer. It's now the time to get ready for Halloween. It's only 100 and something days away. It's terrifying, and that means that autumn is really only about 35 days away. Yes, the middle of August seems like a non-autumny time of day, right? A year, time of day. It sort of is a day, when you really get down to it. But we have this situation approaching us, right? We're heading towards. Once we get to August, you'll start having those first few. There's a heat wave, of course, and then we have that first kind of moment where it's chilly at night, and then we turn around twice, and here we are. So, it's time to get some things organized on a lot of levels. We need to do our readings every day, of course, but I think more so we need to investigate how are we enhancing our lives? What are we doing to get in deeper contact with ourselves? And I've been enjoying doing some of these readings I've done through my Etsy program. So that's been great. It allows me to talk directly to some people. But I think we all need to find a deeper cause, a motivation. This is the time we need to set the goals for the rest of the year for what we are really trying to get done this year. You got 6 more months, really, before the year's out. But we have to make the most of those and really make some plans. So let's start with our 3-card read today. Let us pick our card. Maybe I'll find the bloody 5 of Cups. That was something that happened the other day to me. I cut myself gardening and came in with a bloody finger, spread these cards out like I'm doing now, my eyes closed, touched one, put the drop of blood on it, flipped it over, and it was the 5 of Cups. And what I learned from that, this is the ongoing theme: protect what you still have and forget about what you've lost. How about that? That means being big enough to let things go. But here we have today, we have the 3 of Rods. A great card because it's about finding ourselves, a little bit of solitary, self-searching, but also that you realize that you are the 4th rod, the 4th foundation point in your own world. So you can build these other things to help you support your foundations of whatever you're going to do in your life, but it doesn't work without you. There's no remote control here. There's no doing without you being a part of it. This is no finding someone else to do your work or finding some other complete situation. This is about you being part of it. So 3 of Rods, 2 things with this card. It simulates the foundation of how you're going to build your world, and also you need to turn your back on a lot of things and focus on what in your own mind and away from the distractions of everybody else around you or other things around you. And our other card, our other qualifier card, Justice. It's been wanting to come out. I was shuffling these cards the other day and popped up about twice. When I haven't been reading online, I've been working with the cards, trying to get the feel for them again, see what they have to say. And I think it's good that sometimes we take a break. Incessant tarot reading and dwelling too much sometimes does not give us a chance to do the work we have to do. I say that when people ask me every day, pull some cards for me, I'm like, no, once a week, that's all you get. So here we go. Here's our 3rd card, our 3rd qualifier card, and let's see what it is. The 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords means picking up after battle, picking up the remnants of what you fought for, what your battles were about. And besides even that, it's about, yet again, leaving some things behind. There's been a flow about the lessons learned have to be this, that you have to be willing to lose some things, not to win it all. So much about this modern world we live in is about having it all, winning it all, and there's no other acceptable reality except complete and utter win. Otherwise, if you don't win 100%, it's considered a loss. And that is not how nature works. That is not how life works. That's not how spirituality works or witchcraft works. You have to give a little to get a lot more. It's all about this Two of Cups, the two remaining cups of the Five of Cups. Focus on what you have. And here with the Five of Swords is, you're collecting, you're walking away with, three out of these, three out of the five swords, right? There's two swords remain crossed. There is still some conflict. There's still some unresolved issues. There's still some things you have to pick up. So that's great, though. If you've got, a 3 out of 5, you've got 60%. You're in the positive. It's narrowed down your battles to only these two remaining things. They're in neutral form. They're crossed, so they're blocked. And it's a little bit of up to you to decide how much value you give what's left of this remaining battles. And then justice prevails here. Justice is basically reminding you very succinctly and very cleanly that you have to look for fairness in a situation and look for, have you got everything you need? Are you all taken care of? Are you building a strength, and are you building a new future for yourself? Has it started? Are you excited? That's great, but don't sit and worry about, will that person be completely brought to justice? Will you be completely vilified? Or will they be vilified? Will you be honored? All these things. It's such a yes or no, win or lose situation, and that is not life. To quote the band Biohazard, my good friend Billy Graziati from Biohazard, it's shades of gray. Everything is shades of gray. There is no absolutes. Can't find one in any scenario that is absolute. With that said, you can be absolute in your drive, and you can be absolute in your decision making, but you have to understand that the world does not bend to the will of one person. There's so many people walking around with a chip on their shoulder and disgruntled because they didn't get 100% of what they want. They get 90% and they focus on the 10% they don't have. And that is poisonous. I'm a man who knows his poisons. I grow a huge poison garden, every kind of poison. It's a witchcrafty thing I do. I do a lot of witchcraft things for the sake of doing them, to find the hidden meanings and things, and to actually have these things that are from legend. And that's something you can learn. Instead of worrying about the 10% you don't have, why don't you increase the 90% you do? Why don't you go out there and make the most of what you're great at and make the most of what you can do? It's a great day. It's now July 1st. We have now entered into a manic zone. It's summer. It's fun. We have all these holidays and all these events to do, to want to do, to think about. But before you know, you must prepare for the coming autumn. You must prepare for harvest. Yes, the world is fecund and almost erotically charged with life and growth. Yet we all know where that leads. It leads to the harvest. And we who are witches, we who are witchy, we who are friends of witches, we understand that the harvest is coming. It's our celebration of death and the end of things, but of the bounty and the abundance of the work we have done. So these, it's July, August, September, these 3 months, these 90 days are very important. So forget about your exes, forget about the petty problems, wash them away, send them away, let them go. Become the fourth wall, the fourth pillar of your foundation, of a strong, immovable, impenetrable fortress you're going to build that is your life, your world, but it requires you to be in that world. And it requires you not to be concerned or interested in losers, failures, other things that have stood in your way, come and taken you down a peg. And with that said, it's been a great world. The world is getting so witchy, it's fabulous. And that's why I put the witch weather vane on the roof of my house. My house is known as the Witch House, the Devil's Driveway, the House of Netherworld. Yes, it's obvious. I live in a big creepy house in upstate New York, and I founded and created the Witchcraft District in the Hudson Valley. But with all that said, you have to stand strong. Make your point. Make things happen. So I built this world and this place, and it's all what I'm doing. But I never forget for 1 minute that I have to do this. This is who we are. Be true to who you are. Be your essence. Use your magic. Find your magic. Maybe it's just humor. Maybe it's having a good ear. Maybe it's you're really talented. Maybe it's just luck of the draw. But it's your luck. It's your life. You have to claim it. we are now in a very profound time of the year. And they get all, I'm the last person who blames Mercury in retrograde on anything. I think it's like a little hogwash. Um, but we're in a really profound moment of creativity. Right now, the world has turned its eye towards the dark side. It's very profound. Anywhere from drag queens to TV shows to everything is a sense of darkness in it right now. Movies, literature, just in general. And then with that, there's a sense of paranoia that comes because regular, muggle, plain people don't like magic, and they don't like witchcraft, and they don't like strange and different people. They don't like individuals. There's a big push on now to quiet down individuals. And we're not here for that. We're here to celebrate individuality, to find our uniqueness in ourselves and celebrate that above all else. There's been a lot of hubbub today going on about this whole Hobby Lobby thing, which I find, and I'm going to state my opinion on as a Satanist and as a witch. They're a Christian corporation, blah, 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 yet they manipulate our government, so there's a cross between separation of church and state there. So there's that. There's my first problem with them. There's that, right? But they're a Christian corporation that believes in child slave labor, poisoning foreign countries, poisoning our own countries. And I get a giggle out of God bless America, I'm proud to be American, tchotchke crap made out of poisonous waste from China, made in China. You know, what could be less American than our garbage being sold back to us as a proud to be an American, made in a Chinese child slave labor camp? And they gloss it over as whatever. But do the research, kids. It's a terrible thing to get a $1.98 American flag made in China. So that's my piece for the day. Welcome back. I'm proud to be here. As you can see, I've got a voice again. I can speak, laugh, and whatever else, and I'm not even coughing my brains out. I did have a bad bout with what the hell are the tiger mosquitoes. I found I'm allergic to them too, so that was another thing. And a little bit of magic and healing in time, it just went away. So with enough said, I'm back. I'm great. I hope you all are great. Reach me on Keen, reach me on Etsy, write to me, whatever you need to do. Think thoughts, I'll show up in your dreams. Anyway, with that said, have a very magical day, and I'll be here again sometime around midnight. And here we go again. Welcome back to the House of Netherworld.